Good morning, boys. Today this is a lesson to revise Pythagoras theorem. I know in term 1 you have you have done questions already on Pythagoras theorem, but this is just a revision video. And to understand why are we learning Pythagoras theorem, because it is very important to understand why are we learning a concept and where it can be used in our day-to-day lives. So first things, Pythagoras theorem applies only for right angle triangle. Now, what is a right angle triangle? Any triangle has three angles. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3. If one of the angles is 90 degree, then this is called a right angle triangle. And Pythagoras theorem applies only for right angle triangle. Now, in right angle triangle, what do we say? That the two sides which make the right angle, one is perpendicular and the other one is called base. You can interchange them as well. But let's say this is the perpendicular line and this is the base. And the third one is called hypotenuse side. One thing very important to remember, hypotenuse is the longest side among all the three sides. So for example, if this is 4 centimeter, this is 3 centimeter, it can never be 3 or 2 or 1. It has to be greater than 4 because the hypotenuse is that is my duster, sorry. So the hypotenuse side is the longest side. Okay. Now what is the formula for hypotenuse? The square of hypotenuse is equal to square of perpendicular plus base square. For example, again, if say this is 4 centimeter and this is 3 centimeter and the question is to find what is hypotenuse. How will you find? H square equals to what is perpendicular? 4 square plus what is the base? 3 square. H square equals to 16 plus 9 equals to 25. Take the square root and then H is 5 centimeter. See, H is 5 centimeter, which is greater than 4 and 3 because hypotenuse is the longest side. Okay. Now you are making a house, you are building a house in this project. So why are we learning Pythagoras theorem? For example, let's assume that a builder, he has made, if you want to note it down, you can pause the video and you can note it down. Okay. For example, if you are a builder and you have built a wall and this is the floor of the room. Now you want to check if the wall is straight or not. Of course, there are many ways you can use a ruler or some other instruments which are used by builders to check if the wall is straight or not. But one of the ways to check is to know what is the distance here. You can measure it actually because it's a practical world. And then you can see if this square and this square adds up to be this square. So you can actually check also with Pythagoras theorem whether a triangle is a right angle triangle or not. This is called one of the usage of Pythagoras theorem, to check whether a triangle is a right angle triangle or not. Now for today's revision lesson, the worksheet I am giving you contains a question in which you have to prove or check whether the given triangle is a right angle triangle or not. For example, let's say again 5, 3, 4. You guys already know that this is the Pythagoras because we proved it previously. But if a question is has given you all the sides and it asks you that check if the given triangle is a right angle triangle or not. Again, what is a right angle triangle? One of the angles should be 90 degrees. Okay, so let's check. 4 square plus 3 square, 16 plus 9, 25. Now, what is hypotenuse square? 5 square, 25. So yes, square of hypotenuse is equal to the square of perpendicular plus square of base. So yes, we can say that the given triangle is a right angle triangle. Other than that, the word problems can contain questions like that if the height of a pole is say 7 centimeter and its distance is 5 centimeter, then how long a ladder would be required to reach the top of the pole? So this is a question where you can use hypotenuse, Pythagoras theorem, and you can solve this. This is just a revision lesson for Pythagoras theorem. One more thing I have found while checking your work on Google Classrooms, that you guys can only solve, few of you can only solve if this is asked. What if the question asks you that this is 6, this is 2, find this? First of all, in any question given, try to find where is the right angle. Here you can say, see, this is the right angle because this is perpendicular to this line. So this is the right angle. Okay, so this should be perpendicular and this should be base. The longest side becomes the hypotenuse. You have to use the same formula. 6 square equals to p square, because we don't know what is the p. We don't know what is the p. We have to find out. So let the p be p. But plus 2 square. Now what do we do in such questions? This is plus 2 square. 36 equals to p square plus 4. Now we subtract 4 from both the sides. 32 equals to p square plus 4 minus 4 cancel. So p equals to square root of 32. You can use your calculator and find out what is the square root of 32. So this is how you find out if hypotenuse is given and either perpendicular or base is given, and you need to find the other one. Okay? Let's do one more question. Okay. The first thing is to identify where is the right angle. Do you think this is the right angle? No, this is an acute angle that is less than 90 degree. Do you think this is a right angle? I don't think so. A right angle should be two perpendicular lines. So where is the right angle? Here. This is the right angle triangle. If this angle is the right angle triangle, then this can be perpendicular and this can be base. Or this can be base, this can be perpendicular. It doesn't make a difference if you interchange the perpendicular and base. But you can never interchange any of this with the hypotenuse. Now the same thing. H square equals to p square plus b square. Let's say base is 12 centimeter and this is 9 centimeter. Then what is h? Find out h. H square equals to p is 9. 9 times 9 plus 12 square equals to 81 plus 144 equals to 5 225 h square, and under root of 225 is 15. So hypotenuse is 15 centimeter. This is the working which I am expecting from you. I am not expecting the screenshot of the answers which have already been provided to you. This is the working which I want from you. So the worksheet which I am uploading, it has only 4 questions, basics to find out the missing side. One question is to prove whether the triangle given is a right angle triangle or not. So to prove that, you have to find the square of the hypotenuse given in the question and find this. If they match, then yes, the given triangle is a right angle triangle. If they don't match, then no, the given triangle is not a right angle triangle. So you have to just write yes and no. But you have to show how you find yes and no. Okay? And the third question is about Martha's house, where you have to find the height of the diagonal, length of the diagonal, and this is the diagonal. For example, it's very simple. If you make a square and you place the diagonal, then these are two right angled triangles. 90 degrees, 90 degrees. And this is the origin of Pythagoras theorem. The proof, I don't think we require to do the proof, but this is called the diagonal, and from here the Pythagoras theorem comes. But that's okay. So what I expect from you in today's period 4 is to watch this video and to solve the worksheet. If there is any question, put it in the comment section and I'll be online to help you out. In period 5, I want you to start thinking about how to build your house. If you do not have a design, lay out a design with proper numbers, measurements, draw proper using a ruler and a pencil, and also start looking at Canva. This is like term 2 will be a bit different from term 1. Let's see how things change as the coronavirus graph is going down. So let's see how it goes. I hope now you understand the basics of Pythagoras theorem and where it can be used. It is a right angle triangle property, and it is only used when the triangle is a right angle triangle. Okay, see you all at 12:30. Thank you.